We know that creatine is absolutely fantastic for us in regards to hydrating our cells as an osmolyte and improving cellular performance. It can cross the blood-brain barrier, so it does that in the brain as well. It gives us more energy by donating a phosphate group to ADP to make more ATP in the phosphagen pathway. So we have more energy to work out, to think better. It's something that promotes muscle growth by inhibiting myostatin partially. That's a muscle cell proliferation inhibitor. So it helps to perpetuate muscle cell division and growth. It promotes satellite cell function and their division, their proliferation, division into myonuclei, mature myotubes. Increases IGF-1, a lot of great stuff with creatine, right? Now, did you know that it might also help you burn more fat as well on top of all that? If it could get any better, I guess it could. This was a recent trial. It was a meta-analysis, 12 trials, 266 people. I think most of them, they were resistance-trained young athletes, and they gave them anywhere from 20 to 30 grams of creatine per day for 5 to 14 days, and then they gave them anywhere from 2 to 5 grams of creatine per day for the rest of the trial. So the trials range in duration from 1 to 3.5 months, all right? And they looked at their body fat percentage at the beginning and at the end compared to those who just did the resistance training, which was typically in the trials about 3 days a week, or those who did the resistance training and also had the creatine. They found a 1.2% decrease in their percent body fat at the end of the trials on average with the group that took creatine. Now, interesting, right? Something that should be noted is total fat mass wasn't reduced. So what does that mean? Maybe they had increases in free fat mass, meaning pretty much everything besides fat. So, muscle, right? In this case. So maybe they had increases in muscle and that's why their percentage of fat went down. But nonetheless, I think we would all take improved body composition. And if we're looking at other natural supplements that could help to improve body composition, what do we got? What do we have for natural supplements that can support fat burning? At least things that actually work as of 2024. Well, number one is protein, right? Veronica, Rana, what's up? Number one is protein. Love you guys. Protein leaves us feeling fuller, right? It takes energy to break down protein, meaning it has a high thermic effect from food. So just to digest it takes more energy than digesting carbs or fat, right? It leaves us feeling fuller. It supports muscle growth, right? And leaves you with a higher resting metabolic rate and metabolic demand throughout the entire day. So we would like to get our body weight in grams of protein, anywhere from there to say 1.2 grams per pound, to safely ensure that we're building adequate amounts of lean muscle mass and promoting fat burning throughout the day, right? So that's definitely number one. And it's standalone number one. It's the only primary option we have for fat burning that exists according to human clinical trials and the evidence, right? It's protein. It's the best. What would be our next two options? These are secondary options, but they're also strongly backed by science. Caffeine, damn right. A lot of that attributed to epinephrine release, right? And another one is green tea, interestingly. So green tea, all that stuff you hear about green tea burning fat, it's actually pretty true. Let's talk about why. This video was supposed to be about how creatine might help you to, reduce your body fat percentage, but I think it's turned into this now. So burning fat in general. So green tea has catechins. These are phytochemicals that act as antioxidants in the body. And when we talk about teas that are higher in these catechins, it's typically a less fermented tea has more of them, is typically how it goes. And from least to most fermented, I believe it goes green, yellow, oolong, black, and then pu'er, all right, in terms of the teas. So green, least fermented, and so it has higher amounts of these catechins. And one particularly is epigallocatechin gallate, EGCG. It makes up about 50% of the catechins that we find in green tea, right? And why is EGCG so special? Well, EGCG inhibits a enzyme catechol-O-methyltransferase, and this is something that degrades catecholamines, right? So dopamine, norepinephrine, and epinephrine. Now, if we have higher levels so we're blocking something that breaks those down. So we're sustaining higher levels of catecholamines. You can remember we talked about catecholamines in our ADHD video, dopamine, norepinephrine, epinephrine. Typically dopamine and norepinephrine, especially norepinephrine, is low in people with ADHD anyway, so it's good to typically boost it for them. It's what a lot of these drugs do. But in terms of fat burning, it's a good thing as well, right? Promotes the mobilization of fat stores, okay? And it can also make us to feel a little bit less hungry, right? Maybe you already feel that reward and motivation and pleasure from the dopamine, and maybe you don't feel the need to quite eat as much, right? So that's one thing. It's involved in the, I believe, AMPK pathway, right? The AMP kinase. So what the hell is that? It's a pathway that's been phylogenetically conserved for a long period of time in evolution, right? And that just means it's a pathway that you can see across different species that has been unchanged throughout evolution now for some time, because it works so well in energy metabolism as its function. And so they look at AMP kinase to affect many things. One of them is energy metabolism, right? And so a kinase will typically phosphorylate something, and AMP kinase, pretty much in the name what it would be doing. And regardless of the phosphorylation of AMP and making more ADP and ATP eventually and things like that, and breaking down things for energy, know that it is the real deal, is green tea, but you'd like to get it standardized for EGCG if you're going to get an extract. Caffeine has a couple superior forms. One, dicaffeine malate. Another one, pterostilbene caffeine. Those are both better than caffeine anhydrous, right? They'll be more of a smooth, sustained release. You'll still get that beneficial fat burning effect. Just make sure you know what percentage of them is pure caffeine, and so you know exactly how much caffeine you're having. Dicaffeine malate is 3/4 pure caffeine. The rest is malic acid, as an example. So that's what we got for you guys today. I think about everybody should be taking creatine. It's one of those things. Just about everybody should probably be taking omega-3s, right? And thing like curcumin, a multivitamin, of course, right? Vitamin D, these are big ones. Probiotics, right? So you could look at our video where we talk about our essentials every day. Add probiotics to that list because I don't think we talked about them that day. But creatine is another really great thing for giving you energy to think and improving body composition and just important for health. You find creatine naturally in what? Meat and fish, right? In the highest amounts. So that's it. We'll see you guys later. Who do we got? Thorn, what's up? Arts and crafts. I love it. Yeah, it is cool, right? Steven Apple Blue. Thanks, Ma. I love you. Brenton Duckett. Tony Parker. Veronica. Green tea. That's right. Love you. Beautiful woman. You guys are so awesome. GH. Realtor Johnny. Veronica. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, what's up, Manuel? Happy to see you as well, my friend. Thank you for coming on. Brandon Malone, Realtor Johnny. We got some OGs up in here. People that are on all the time. We appreciate you. We appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Rhonda, Edwin Eddie Rodriguez, Meg, what's up? How you doing? Dave Astron, what's up, my man? Young stud. Hey, you like this. Yeah. About the shred. Right? We're all about that. We could all use a little more of that. ST. Celsa Banez. Veronica. My gorgeous lady. First one on of the day. This one's for you. I'm going to see you in a few minutes. I got a bunch of fish for us to cook. So that's going to be great. Yeah. We have flounder and cod tonight that we're going to make. So if you want to start making a side, that would be fantastic. Albeit I was naughty and I bought some organic mac and cheese to have on the side. But it's okay. There were no additives, preservatives, or other bullshit in it. So it's going to be delicious and it's going to be fine. As for now, that's all we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Have a great one. Thanks a lot. Happy When Wellness. Check out our new mat. Bada bing, bada boom. It's a big ass mat. It's nice. Yeah.